Hello YouTube, so I'm back with another video here. So I just want to just talk again, again more to the live stream that the lady had from my previous video that I was talking about. It was the same live stream where I don't know how it even got brought up, but she then started talking about transgender people and transphobia and all that stuff, and just different scenarios and gender expression and everything. And yeah, there were just a few people mentioned, like such as Pink. And I was just looking at the comment section. Some people mentioned Pink and like the musician Pink, where it's like even on the mod so that she actually thought that before that Pink might have been gay or something like that. Or and like some people also just said that they didn't like her and everything because she has a daughter who's like she wants to raise her daughter like gender neutral basically, and which I see no issue with that, because I actually think it's actually cool that like even just sometimes how it's like some parents want to give their children like openness and like opportunity of like gender expression and everything, just to like allow them to like express themselves whoever they are, no matter what, like unconditionally. And even like with the whole giving them names, like instead of like typically giving them stereotypical female names such as Maria, Michelle, Cynthia, Tabitha, Angela, Jessica, like those typical female names, or typical male names like Tyler, Trent, Frederick, Stephen, Nicholas, like typical male names. They give more gender neutral names such as Courtney or Dakota or Mackenzie, like, which are more male names. So yeah, I mean not male names, sorry, more gender neutral names. So like Dakota can be either a guy or a girl, or Courtney can be either a guy or a girl, or Alex can be either a guy or a girl. So yeah, just typical. So yeah, I see no issue with that. I actually think that's actually nice for parents to allow their children to to self-express. And like the lady who mentioned, who was in my live stream, says she strictly wants to raise her child to have like specific gender roles and everything. And I see nothing wrong with that. Some people, like I know one of her mods actually said that like she might be accused of being transphobic, but I'm just like, no, it's like everybody has a right to be like, just have their own structured rules in their house. So, and like I don't think she's transphobic, because I've never heard her like say anything like actually derogatory or advocate for like harming of anybody within the LGBT community. So she's actually said so before, that even though she might have her thoughts on certain things, she doesn't think it's right that people who are LGBTQ should be oppressed in any way. They should just be allowed to just live their life. So, which is what I kind of like about her. So I don't see her as being transphobic in any way. So yeah, but something that was brought up during the live stream was just sometimes I just think that sometimes there are people within the trans community which who truly make it harder for people to accept us and respect who we are and everything, when you're just going back and forth and doing certain things. Like one thing that was mentioned was the whole there's a gentle girl. Okay, he was born a guy. And I mean not born a guy, sorry. He was born a girl, a female, and then later transitioned to be a guy. So right now he's a man. So he then like went viral and everything, and there were all these articles like, oh, this Oregon man, his name is Tristan Reese, and he gave birth to a baby on July the 4th last year. I mean, not the 4th, the 14th last year. And there was all this viral, and it's like, it just made me think hard. Like, I was just like, seriously, it's like, you can't be wanting to be a man. You chose to become a man. So it's like, shouldn't you be happy and wanting people to accept you as a man and treat you as a man in society, not then wanting to go back and say, oh, I'm a woman now. I was a man now I'm a woman again, so like now I'm having a baby, so I want to be treated like a woman. I deserve maternity leave, and I'm going around with this big belly and people are going to be looking at me, and it's like, oh gosh, it's like, yeah. So it's like, my thing is, it's like, okay, if you wanted to be a woman and have kids and everything, so I'm just like, okay, so shouldn't you at least maybe stayed a woman and then had the kid and then transitioned, maybe I don't know. So it's like, I was just like thinking hard to myself. It's like, you can't you can't, if you're gonna be a man, like act like a man. Don't be doing that stuff because you chose to become a man. You chose your destiny. You weren't born a man, so don't. Yeah. So and then also additionally there was another situation where there's this, I'm not sure if you guys know the famous Nigerian singer. Her name is Sade. She used to make some really nice songs, like I think it's called Pride Rock and King of Sorrow. She made certain songs like that. Sade, very gorgeous woman. So yeah, so she has a now son. He was actually born a female, and he was born a girl named Michaela, but now he calls himself something like Ila Adu. Yeah, so he's now a guy basically. Yeah, so he then wanted to be admitted into, like, as a transition, like now he's a man. He even clearly looks like a man to me. It's like, he looks like a man. He has some facial hair. He has broad shoulders. He has a shaved head and everything. So, and he looks like a man to me. So yeah, he was last year he wanted to be admitted into Spelman College. Like, if you don't know what Spelman College is, that's a historically Black college. Like, it's only for women. You have to be a woman to be admitted, basically. So yeah, and they also have they also have a male, an all guy historically black college called Morehouse, both in Atlanta, Georgia. And so he was then, now as a man born a female, he then wanted to be admitted into Spelman, and like Spelman refused to admit him because they were saying that this is only a woman's school. Like, you can't be a man now and wanting to be admitted into a woman's college. So, and like, in my opinion, I do not think they were being transphobic or anything, or being hateful. If anything, they were actually respecting his right to be who he was, which is the fair thing to do. They were respecting his decision, his gender identity, his right in society to want to be addressed as a man. So it's like, if he didn't want that backlash, why didn't he just stay as a woman, and then he could have gone to Spelman and, you know, lived his dream or something? Like, instead, why can't he now want to, if he really wants to go to college? Nobody's denying him from going to college. So why don't you at least apply to Morehouse, since you're a guy now, and then, yeah, or apply to a gender neutral college, whether it's historically Black or predominantly white college. Like, nobody's denying your admittance, like your right to be educated. So it's like, yeah, you can't be a man. You chose your destiny. Like, you can't be a man now and wanting to be admitted into women's space. It's just madness to me. I'm just like, what the hell? Imagine, it's just like me being upset. Imagine me going, I was born male, and I decided to choose to become a female in order to be who I am. Like, wouldn't it be crazy of me to then be angry? Like, if I go into the barber shop and I wanted to hang out with the boys in the barber shop, or I want to go out on a boys' night out to the bar and hang out with the boys, and they deny me. It's like, and then me crying foul and saying that being transphobic or something. Or if I want to go into the men's locker room and it would just be crazy. It's like, I'm a woman now. I'm not. It's like crazy. It's like, you can't cry foul. Like, you choose to become somebody, and then you cry foul and you're mad when they actually respect who you are in society. So it's like, I think that maybe situations like that just make it difficult or hard for people to try to understand us as transgender people, or to accept us in society. So yeah, it's just, that's just madness to me. Like, even though, yes, I'm happy with who I've become and everything, even though there are times where I'm upset because I kind of regret not being able to have kids. But you know, with technology changing, maybe I will be able to have kids someday. So yeah, so as far as yeah, the lady who like was having the live stream, I don't think she was being transphobic in any way. She was just speaking her mind, and like, you know, some of her points, I do kind of agree with her to an extent as a trans person, like even those two situations. So yeah, so and I'll also leave the 2 articles in the description box for you to see if you'd like, if you're interested in reading more about it or doing your own research and like just sharing your opinion on both the situations and what you think. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe, and share my video, and I'll see you all in the next one.